Hey guys, it's me again. 2 videos in 1 week. I go like 3 weeks without even talking and now I just can't shut up. Um, I have been wanting to make this video for a long time. I have some major stuff going on in my life that is affecting me in a large way, and I don't know, I've wanted to make a video about it for a while, but I just kind of didn't know how, and I mean, it's personal, but it's not private. So I wanted to share it, but I mean, it's just kind of weird putting yourself out there. So I kind of avoided it for a while. But now that this is about to happen, I'm having tons of anxiety about it and stuff. And I kind of thought it would help me, like in a therapeutic way, if I just kind of released it into the universe. So, sorry to make you sweat it out. Basically, I am going to meet my father for the very first time ever in about 4 weeks. Wow, that sounds really weird to say out loud. Wow. I don't want to make this video too long because it's a long story and I don't want to bore you, but I'll try and tell you the abridged version. Basically, my dad like abandoned, or whatever you want to say, left my mom and I when I was a few months old. Just couldn't handle it. My mom was 24 and he was 26, and they weren't married, but they had been dating for a really long time and they were best friends. And for whatever reason, he couldn't handle the pressure, the stress, and he just left. So my mom raised me by herself. I was raised as an only child. My mom has 5 brothers, so I had a huge support group around me of, father figure types. My grandfather actually pretty much stepped in as my father figure. He is my hero, and he's amazing. He was a retired policeman he worked in New York with the NYPD for 10 years, and then when they moved to Los Angeles, he was with the LAPD for 10 years, and then he retired a couple years after that. I think he retired after 11 or 12 years with the LAPD. So he just passed away about a year and a half ago, and it's been really hard on me. It was basically like losing a father, so I'm having issues with that. And see, this is such a long story, I don't even know where to start. I guess it all starts when I was, growing up in California. I think I told you guys this. I grew up in Los Angeles, and my mom and I moved to Austin, Texas in 2003 because she got a job transfer and a promotion. And her company decided to, do an all expense paid relocation for us. So we were uprooted to good old Texas, which I actually have grown to love a lot. So no hard feelings about Texas. In California, we searched for him forever to get child support, and we couldn't find him. And Texas has really strict, what they call deadbeat dad laws, where, if someone's skipping out on paying child support, they will hunt you down and they will make you pay. So after living here for 6 months, the state of Texas found him living in Georgia, a huge city in Georgia. I won't say exactly where. And they took him to court, and he was served right around Christmas. And I didn't know any of this. My mom did this all without telling me. I think I was like in 10th grade at the time. Long story short, knock knock, you have a daughter. And he had to start paying child support. And turns out he was married and had kids. So I have siblings, which is crazy. I remember, this is something that I will never forget. On Valentine's Day, my 10th grade year, it was pouring outside, just not even raining, pouring, like cats and dogs. And we're driving on the access road parallel to the highway, and my mom pulls over into the Lowe's parking lot. And I'm just like thinking, okay, she pulled over because she can't see because it's pouring. And she turns to me and she has this really weird look on her face. And she says, I don't know how to tell you this, but you have 4 siblings. And I mean, you can imagine what that was like. I just freaked out. I mean, I had 20 different emotions. I was ecstatic, happy, and then I was sad and scared a little bit, and it was just crazy. And it took a long time for me to just understand what that meant. That there was 4 little kids out there in the world that had my blood or whatever. But actually it turns out that 2 of them are just step siblings. So they're not blood related at all. And then 2 of them are my half siblings. So, yeah. Sorry, I feel like this is taking forever. Fast forward a couple years. My senior year of high school, I did some internet stalking. I pulled some ninja moves, and I found the address and phone number to my dad's parents' house in Missouri. I remembered their names because my mom had told me them a bunch of times, and I cross-referenced them, and I did some investigative work basically, and I found out that that was their number. And I built up the courage one day, and I called the number, and someone answered, and it was my grandma. And this is so weird. I don't even remember what I said, honestly. I was so scared. I was shaking like a leaf, and I was pacing around my neighborhood because I didn't want my mom to know. And I basically said something along the lines of, "I'm your granddaughter." And obviously that didn't go over so well. I don't even know if she believed me or not, but I mean, she freaked out, which is understandable. I mean, that was stupid on my part to just be like, "Hello, I'm your granddaughter." She passed the phone to my grandpa, and they were both just, freaking out. And I don't even remember what came out of it. I gave them my cell phone number, and they never called me. And so a few months passed, and I decided to write them a letter because I'm trying to get a hold of my dad. So I mailed them a letter, and it was just short and sweet, and it was basically just like, "Hi, I'm your granddaughter." And they knew, oh, and by the way, they knew my mom. They totally knew my mom. My mom was a part of their family for 5 years. So as soon as I dropped her name, I mean, I could tell that they knew exactly who I was. And my mom had told them about me right before I was born. So they were playing stupid, basically. And my grandma wasn't saying anything, but I knew damn well that she knew who the heck I was. So that whole situation was just weird. Anyways, so I mailed them a letter my senior year, about 2 weeks before Christmas. And at the very end of January, my senior year, so this is a few months before graduation, I get my package or my letter sent back to me in the mail. And it was slashed with a marker, and it said "refused." And that was just devastating. So they wanted nothing to do with me. And that was sort of like hitting a brick wall with the whole situation because I couldn't find anything about my dad. And even though he was paying child support and stuff, I didn't have access to his address, and the phone number that had been in the documents was since disconnected. So it was just in a standstill. It looks like I'm going to have to make 2 videos, so I'm going to make a part 2. So hopefully I'm not boring you guys. Stay tuned, I'll tell you the rest of the story.